David Walliams, comedian and Britain's Got Talent judge, rose to prominence with his personality and sense of humor. His roles on the show and in Little Britain left a memory. But in recent years, his career took a turn for the worse because of inappropriate behavior, which ended with his departure. This heartbreaking story delves into David Walliams' terrible past and the reasons behind his leaving. For more than 10 years, David Walliams has served as a judge on the well-liked reality program Britain's Got Talent. During his tenure, his light-hearted banter contrasted with Simon Cowell's somber judge attitude. Some of the program's funniest and most endearing moments came from Walliams, such as when he developed a close bond with a young vocalist named Malachi. But in November 2022, David's Guardian asserted that David had made offensive remarks about competitors in private. Leaked transcripts showed a number of unsettling events that occurred in January 2002 during Walliams' auditions. She was accused of using derogatory language and making improper remarks about the candidates. In one instance, an elderly performer made crude remarks about a different competitor that were not appropriate for a children's event and joked around with the judges in a playful manner. The nasty comments were made in January 2020 at the London Palladium during a videotaped tryout show. Attorneys representing Walliams and TSTV, the production firm that created Britain's Got Talent, contended that the remarks were a part of an intimate discussion that was never meant to be publicized. In 2020, while filming Britain's Got Talent, Walliams apologized to the persons he had made offensive remarks about. He clarified that the talks had been private and were not meant to be made public. But there is no proof that Simon Cowell or any other judge said something hurtful to the competitors. Psycho Entertainment, the firm founded by Simon Cowell, expressed their disapproval of Walliams' statements and clarified that they were unaware of them at the tense period when Walliams was suing Simon. Walliams filed a lawsuit against the program for disclosing information about his profanity-filled tirade regarding the competitors. The creator of Britain's Got Talent is willing to vigorously defend itself if required, but it hopes to settle the disagreement peacefully. Walliams filed a multi-million-pound lawsuit against Fremantle, the production firm, seeking damages and lost revenues of up to £10 million. According to reports from earlier this year, David Walliams was charged with disclosing specifics of his offensive remarks to a publication. The comedian is suing London-based Fremantle, which produces the reality series for ITV, for hefty damages. According to the legal documents, he is also accusing his bosses of disclosing information about his remarks. Although Walliams is not suing Simon Cowell, the show is executive produced, and their friendship seems to be in disarray. After all of this controversy, comedian Claire Harrison McCartney subsequently claimed that Walliams was the target of these statements, calling Walliams a depressing misogynist. However, the program's producers refuted this assertion. David acknowledged responsibility for his inappropriate behavior and ultimately resigned from the show after expressing regret for his remarks. This departed the channel in order to locate a stand-in for the iconic Bruno Tonioli, the comedian from Strictly Come Dancing. Walliams had been a member of the judging panel since 2012, but after the Guardians obtained a leaked transcript of the hurtful remarks made at a London Palladium audition show, their standing as a judge was called into doubt. Following weeks of rumors that Tonioli would be taking Walliams' place on the panel, the first round of auditions was held again at the London Palladium. Tonioli, the man behind Britain's Got Talent, is having a hard time handling the BGT landscapes because he was caught breaking the rules of the game. Since he announced that he was leaving the show, David Walliams has been virtually Mia. He has maintained a low profile because the country is still in disbelief at what he said. He recently shared a photo of himself and his son, in which the youngster was decked up as the main character from his just-published novel Robodog. The couple supposedly met at a Chelsea football game and started dating in 2009. The couple's son, Lara Stone, announced their engagement in January 2010 and wed in grand style at Clar's Hotel in London. They spent a lot of money on a second ceremony that they held at Clar's Hotel in front of relatives and friends, just 4 months after their first marriage. When David Walliams and Lara Stone separated in 2015, 5 years after their wedding, their personal lives shot to fame. The couple had a contentious divorce and had a son named Alfred together. Less than 2 years after Lara gave birth to their son, David was heartbroken by their breakup. Following the breakup of his marriage to Lara Stone in 2015, David Walliams has been romantically linked to other women. Actress Ashley James, Hollywood actress Kate Beckinsale, Playboy model Emily Agnes, and Miss Norway competitor Sylvia Float have all been connected to him. On the celebrity dating app Raya, David and Sheridan Smith have also been connected. Since their son's birth, Walliams and his ex-wife Lara Stone have kept Alfred out of the public eye. Despite their well-known professions, they both agreed that they wanted their son to lead a typical life. David understood the criticism from the public that comes with being in the public eye, especially for kids who are in TV shows. Walliams has remained a proponent of giving children the freedom to choose whether or not they want to be in the public eye, even in the face of his own celebrity. He questioned the purpose of exposing children to public attention if they might later choose to lead private lives, seeing little benefit in it. David discussed the possible difficulties experienced by kids thrown into the spotlight in an interview with Hello magazine. He also questioned the value of exposing kids to public attention if they might decide to live secluded lives in the future. David said that his son Alfred was a major contributor to his extraordinary success in children's literature during an interview on This Morning. He disclosed that Alfred frequently provided him with excellent ideas for his books, like the idea of a monster made up of numerous terrifying monks from around the globe, which he accepted as a great title for his subsequent work. This conversation exemplifies David and Alfred's creative and cooperative partnership, showing how Alfred's suggestions have shaped David's storytelling and helped him gain success as a children's book author. Notwithstanding the myths around him and his misbehavior, Walliams, who began his career with a tiny portion of his early London career and the rise of David Walliams, remains one of the most beloved comedians and writers in Britain. Fame came to David Walliams while he was a student at the University of Bristol. After joining the comedy troupe The Footlights, he became well known in the comedy scene and honed his comedic timing. The breakout performance of Walliams was in 2003, when he and fellow comedian Matt Lucas co-created the groundbreaking sketch comedy series Little Britain. Their sketch comedy Mash and Peas, as well as their parody Sir Bernard's Stately Homes, were popular on British television. With their parody interview program Rock Profile, in which Walliams and Lucas played well-known performers like Liam Gallagher and Elton John Bono, they were able to attract a larger audience. Their breakthrough success came from the 2003 television adaptation of their radio show Little Britain, in which they portrayed strange, occasionally hideous people who lived all around Great Britain. In addition to winning other accolades, the program was named the greatest comedy by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. In addition, Walliams authored a number of children's books, including Partners in Crime, Dinner for Schmucks, Capturing Mary, and The Boy in the Dress. Along with co-writing Inside Little Britain, he also wrote picture books and his autobiography, Camp David Offscreen. Walliams became well known for his philanthropic efforts to support sport relief. In 2006, he crossed the English Channel to reach France. In 2008, he crossed the Strait of Halter to reach Morocco, and in 2011, he walked the entire length of Timor-Leste. Walliams was appointed an officer of the British Empire in 2017. Walliams remained a popular judge on Britain's Got Talent despite the controversy surrounding his presence. He created touching and inspirational moments that demonstrated his sincere connection to the candidates and his capacity to make them laugh and feel happy on stage. So viewers, for the next update please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.